So, change our appearance, it takes so much. Or to do anything in this world, it takes such endeavor. But in the spiritual world, there's complete freedom. Whatever you want, you can do it immediately. Just as Krishna, whatever he desires, he can do. For the service of Krishna, whatever the devotee desires, all arrangements are made instantly. There's no time there, so you don't have to wait. Instantly, everything is done. So Prahlad is in this category, as we're hearing in this verse today. This extraordinary power. We're hearing about this little boy, Prahlad, and how great he is. Appears like a little boy, but look how he's speaking. Prabhupada liked the teachings of Prahlad Maharaj so much. First year I went to India, Prabhupada was speaking on this, 1976. Prabhupada was speaking on the teachings of Prahlad. And one day, he was speaking to some of the leaders in the darshan. He said, just see how Prahlad, how wonderful this is, 5-year-old boy, how he's speaking this great philosophy. So he can speak this way because he's not limited to the body of a 5-year-old boy. He's a liberated soul with extraordinary power and extraordinary knowledge given to him by Krishna. So look at the verse again. Ismin mahad guna rajan griyante kavibir mohu nate dhuna prithiyante yata bhagavati shvare. O King, Prahlad Maharaj's good qualities are still glorified by learned saints and Vaishnavas. As all good qualities are always found existing in the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they also exist forever in his devotee, Prahlad Maharaj. Mohan Prabhu?
I was thinking when you mentioned uniqueness, that we say every day that Krishna has unique loveliness that's charming millions of gopis. So I looked up loveliness, what lovely, and because it's kind of antiquated. We don't use that very much. Something's lovely anymore. And it says appeals to the emotions as well as to the eye.
Uh-huh.
So I just thought that.
Vishesha Shobham. Yeah, it's significant, this word Vishesha. Vishesha Shobham. Krishna has unique loveliness, Vishesha. And the Mayavadis, they say it's Nirvishesh. There's no Vishesh. There's no unique loveliness. No one has unique loveliness. We're just as lovely as Krishna. That's their idea, which of course is not our idea.
I think in 10th chapter, verse 12, 13 or somewhere around there, Srila Prabhupada explains Prahlad Maharaj's position. He is a Nitya Siddha. There's a big difference between living entity Jiva here and Nitya Siddha over there. And then Srila Prabhupada in the purport put, very accurate, according to Jiva Goswami's commentary I was reading about, that Prahlad Maharaj is like Narad Muni. They are both Nitya Siddha, but when they come here, they act as a sadhaka, like ordinary living entity. And if they don't exhibit that, then how will get inspired to ever achieve? So that's why Prahlad Maharaj's Hari Bhakti Vilas of Sanatana Goswami that wrote that he was a prostitute hunter and he fasted whole night in a Nishinga temple, and that what triggered him next life, pure devotee. That's for sadhaka form. But at the same time, Srila Prabhupada writes that he has a place in Vaikuntha. So that has to be understood. Like Brahmaji was not a Nitya Siddha. He's just ordinary Jiva, qualified, and he got that position. But Narad Muni, Srila Prabhupada also writes like all these sons, like Angira or Tripulasta Pulaha, all these sons, they are born from Raja and Tamagun. But Narad Muni was born when he was in transcendental meditation of deliberation. I don't know what is that mood, but that's why Narad Muni born. So each one has a category. Even though Narad Muni became a Dashi Putra, first was Gandharva, then got cursed, then became Dashi Putra. So this is a sadhak form, but he has an eternal existence in the spiritual world as a beautiful servant of Krishna. That has to be always distinct, otherwise it will be a little bit confusing with the other teachings.
Yeah, I was thinking we don't actually hear so much about this technical distinction between the Lord's Antaranga Shakti and the Jiva Shakti, the residents of Vaikuntha and Vrindavan who are always there, and they're in a different category than we are. So I was thinking, when I was thinking about how the devotee can do things and be in more than one place at the same time, I was thinking of Tulsi Devi, that she's in so many places worshipped at the same time, same Tulsi, but But she's actually in a different category also, because she's Vrinda Devi. She's one of Krishna's eternal associates in the spiritual world. So that's Antaranga Shakti. So there may be some distinction, although I don't know. Here Prabhupada's not specifically making that distinction about, the Jiva Tattva as opposed to the Shakti Tattva or Antaranga Shakti. So this is very technical. I'm not sure all the details exactly.
Because Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains that this Jiva take a transformation in order to enjoy in this world, take a body, different body. But like you mentioned in the class that 1/10,000th tip of hair, when the Jiva comes to that position, that means it doesn't have at that time gross body and subtle body. So, but still he has to take another transformation to go to Swarup Shakti under Guru and Sadhu, otherwise he cannot enter in spiritual world. This my original position doesn't allow me to enter into spiritual world. I have to take Swarup Shakti. Prabhupada writes very clearly in Chaitanya Charitamrita, in the purport of Bahiranga Maya Shakti, Antaranga Swarup Shakti, Jiva Tatastha Shakti, Tine Kore Prema Bhakti. In that verse, he gave a beautiful purport, and then he says that without getting this internal potency, mercy through Guru Parampara or Sadhus, nobody can get out of these clutches. So Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan Thakur writes, just like you said, 1/10,000th tip of hair. So it says, what is it? Sreyakarya Chandika Vidaranam Vidyavodu Jivanam Anandam Ambudi Bardhanam. So if someone comes as a 10,000 tip of hair, where is my chance to enjoy every moment unlimited nectar? That question will come. Mahaprabhu says the beginning, Chetadarpa Marjana, he said, Patipadam, every moment you can relish unlimited nectar. So Baladev Vidyabhushan Thakur himself answering, he said, Vidyavodu Jivanam, Bodhu means wife, you will get a beautiful, suitable body according to your Sthai Bhav, and then you will release the unlimited nectar.
Mm-hmm.
So that has to be understood. It's not that I have automatically, I will just go. I have to have a blessing from that Sadhu Guru's blessing.
What are the insects and cockroaches doing in the spiritual? How would they serve to the Lord? Insects and cockroaches and all this in the spiritual world, you say. What would they do? How would they serve them?
Well, one indication is that they serve that form of the Lord. That's the avatar. So he likes to have associates that look like him. So they serve. So all the insect the ant avatar has so many little ants, friends, his associates. And also, of course, the other nice thing, it's just like Prabhupada used to say, everything is there. Of course, because the Mayavadis, they think that liberation is nothing. There's nothing. So Prabhupada would paint it the opposite. No, everything is there. So here we're seeing everything, even the insects are there. But they have spiritual forms. And so they create, one way of seeing it is to see that they create the atmosphere. So everything is there, just like the gopis go into the forest and they're afraid of wild animals. So there has to be some spiritual wild animals there and so on. They may be afraid of the snakes. So there have to be some snakes there. But everything is spiritual, so they create the whole atmosphere of reality. Yeah, true.
There is a snake. Anyway, you can tell them.
There's a pastime. Everything is in Golok Vrindavan. We have to understand why our Acharya, these Gauriyas, are focusing on Goloka. We are interested because Goloka eva nivasati okhilatma bhuta. Goloka is everywhere. Then a portion under Goloka is Vaikuntha. And then a little portion is under. So Goloka is everywhere. Goloka has everything. So there are many stories. One story of the snake is that how everything in Golok Vrindavan serving Radha Krishna's union. So one time Radharani's man or jealousy, anger was such a degree that Krishna could not pacify. So then Radharani is walking back. On the way, Yogamaya arranged the snake to come with her like a big, scary face. It made such a fearful to Radharani, she ran and embraced to Krishna, oh please save me. So this is another, all this has a purpose, but it's a very beautiful verse in 10th canto, 13th chapter, last verse I believe.
Jai Madhav Madan Murari